Did you know that the Vikings mined peat bogs? Or that it was supposedly a diet of shellfish that made these guys so physically huge? Me either. What's a peat bog, you ask? Well, they are these really cool places around Europe and the UK that if you fall in, you are never seen ever again. Okay, that doesn't sound so cool, but let me explain. Various ancient cultures used to throw ritual objects and sometimes humans into these bogs. And because of that activity, we now have perfectly preserved ancient humans to study. Actually, the chemical makeup of a bog plays a part as well. While the acid in the bog dissolves bone, it also preserves tissue and organs so well that it looks like bog people may have died just last year. Pretty cool, huh? So most people know about peat bogs because of the ancient humans they ensnared. But last week I learned that Vikings mined peat bogs for iron.
In the modern world...
You just said bog iron.
Yes.
How do you dig something out of a bog? I mean, don't they sort of suck things down?
They do. So you get your little Viking shovel.
Yeah.
And you literally... This is why so many people died. And why we preserve them, because if you slip...
yeah.
And so it's a very dangerous job, which is why I've only got a little bit of metal. Metal is... You use it quite sparingly in a time period. And so they dig out what's called peat. And they dig it out, and then they put it in what's called a bloomery that they've made out of clay, and they charge it with charcoal that they've had to make themselves. It takes about 2 weeks to make all the charcoal and to build it all. And then over 2 days, or over a day and a half, you fire it with your bellows, and you get it super, super hot. And at the end of sort of an 8 hours of continual blowing during the second day, you get what's called iron, like iron slaggy kind of mess.
Okay.
And you bash it to make a billet, and that's your iron. And they were then sending this, they were making goods out of it and sending it to the rest of the world because it was such high quality stuff.
I also sat in a meeting place and listened to stories of Norse gods. The storyteller reminded me of legends like the golden apples, and that my son's name, Eric, is also Old Norse, and it means forever king.
So, do you know any of the other Norse gods?
Thor.
Thor is the god of thunder. He's a very, very important god. Do you know why he's a very important god? Because he, as well as being the god of thunder, he is the protector of the gods. He is also the protector of man. Loki. But Thor is the protector of man. You know when there's a lightning storm? You ever seen you've seen a lightning storm? And there's loud thunder and big flashes of lightning?
Yeah, and
that is Thor fighting the frost giants. He's protecting the world, us, from the frost giants.
So you may have guessed that my son and I recently went to a Viking village. They were in Melbourne Museum and accompanying the Viking exhibition they have showing right now. It was purely coincidental that I finally got to see reenactors in action. Because it was only a few weeks ago in a Twitter chat about reenactors that I said I'd never had the pleasure. I'd heard of reenactors and museums that provided specifically a step back in time experience. And I knew reenactors helped people learn by doing ancient chores like grinding your own bread and touching materials that would have been common back then. So I was thrilled to see just how much my son got out of the experience. We tried opening an ancient lock with the key, but even then it was still hard. We drilled a hole using a tool that looked like a bow. We stamped Viking patterns onto jewellery, ground some flour, and listened to a lyre. And by the time we actually got into the exhibition, Eric was telling me what all the items were, what pelts those animals came from, and that the Viking alphabet didn't have Mummy's name. I highly recommend having reenactors as part of the museum experience because it helps those of all learning styles engage with history.
Oh, that's beautiful.